Hey, this is Joshua Esnard. I said I would do a video for you guys every week or two on Saturdays. It's 8 something here, 8 a.m. I mean. Usually I used to wake up at 2 p.m. when I was the age of, 21, 19 to 21. 2 p.m. was the time that I woke up. I realized I was wasting a lot of my life when I look back. That's a whole day that I missed out on. Um, and this is mainly a video for the people who are graduating today or maybe last week. I know Florida State, I think, graduated last week. Go Noles. Congratulations to all you guys. Broward College, I saw that you guys graduated. Big ups to you guys. And I'm here in North Carolina, so I think UNC and NC State and Duke are graduating this weekend. So congratulations to all the graduates. Even if our rivals are Miami or UF, congratulations to you. To just to make it through college is major. You had to learn time management. You had to learn getting to class on a hangover. Um, you had to just be careful. A lot of that time you could have died just doing stupid stuff as a kid. So you made it. Congratulations. Let's cover some things if you're graduating. Uh, I saw Gary Vee posted a video about people graduating and what they should do. And I'll share some ideas of what happened to me and what I thought maybe I should have done different. And I graduated in 2008. If many of you guys know about 2008, that's one of the years when we were in one of our deepest recessions. So many of the kids that I went to school with thought they would come out with a great job in the financial sector or any sector and ended up having to work minimum wage jobs because there were no jobs, or they ended up having to innovate and create a business so that they can survive. I came out of college at Florida State. I thought I was going to go work for Merrill Lynch. I had interned with Merrill Lynch. I had it all set up, and the crash came. Merrill Lynch went under, I believe, got bought up by Bank of America. I didn't get that job, so I ended up going back home to my parents in Fort Lauderdale, living in a small little room for many years. Ended up with two minimum wage jobs at Florida Atlantic University. Shout out to them for giving me a chance with a bachelor's degree. I ended up being a, a student assistant. I was a graduate, but I was a student assistant working in the dean's office for student affairs. And I was also during the night computer lab assistant. So those are the jobs that I had to do just to pay for my bills or my loans. If I look back at it, I played it safe, but at the same time, I wasn't stupid. You need to pay your bills. Don't fuck up your credit. You need to pay your bills. Many of these guys that are giving you all kinds of suggestions about take the risks in your life and do blase, blase, blah. Don't be fucking stupid. You need to pay your bills because your credit is what runs you in this country. All right. So at least have a little job to pay off your bills and then take a little bit of risk. You're living with your parents, it's rent free. Hopefully, some of you aren't in different situations, but I was fortunate enough to live in my parents' house and not have to pay rent. So I was able to pay off my car loan, other student loans and other bills that I had with just these minimum wage job. So just get yourself something that can sustain you, at least to eat food, to maybe go on a date to just keep your mind happy. But here it is. Let's go on the entrepreneurial spirit. During those times that you're living at your parents' house, don't play it safe totally by trying to work to get that full-time job. That's where I messed up. I worked up the ladder. They saw I was super skilled and realized, damn, we're paying this guy $7 an hour when he should be making 50 grand a year because his work is tremendous. So I ended up working up the ladder, landing a job at Broward College. I'm not gonna lie, the work was beneath me. It was a lot of work, but I was way more skilled than anything that I ever had to do. It was just a lot of time that was involved in that job. And I love that job. It's just that I think that my talents were to be used as an entrepreneur, an inventor, and I didn't realize that until I was 28 years old. So realize your talents and use them. Don't be safe in those years that you're not paying $1,700 for rent or $500 for a car or $700 for health insurance or whatever those bills are when you start getting old like me. So don't be totally safe in those years. Take the chance with the business idea that you have. Find some old buddies, build that business like Gary Vee said. Another thing I messed up on is I didn't monetize my talent. So a lot of the time outside of my job, I would be working with music producers. I'd be working with rappers and R&B singers, and I interned a lot with other areas. I didn't monetize it. I worked for free. Whereas that got me to respect and got me through the doors to meet all the label representatives or work with some of the biggest artists. I wasn't monetizing my talent. So I was basically working for free, meaning that, people just thought they can run over me for the whole industry. And at the end of the day, you're not worth anything if you're not asking for anything. So I would have monetized my talents. I would have actually set up contracts, done it the right way, been very serious about collecting royalties or it's your time. If you are giving up your time to do something and you're not collecting any kind of check, it better have a major payoff at the end of the day, or else you just wasted opportunity cost where you could have been inventing the cut buddy. So just monetize your talent. Hang out with older people. Many of you get out of college, want to hang out with the same idiots that want to drink every day, smoke every day, have fun and go on this type of vacation and that vacation when you can't afford it. You need to hang out with older people. For one, their wisdom is amazing. For two, you'll see how much they appreciate life when they tell you, I went through a divorce, or I have cancer, or when they tell you certain things that they'll tell you about how you should save your money or how you should be wise and spend time with your children. You may not have children, or you may not be married, or, there's certain things that you haven't experienced yet, but hanging out with older people is definitely something that's going to wisen you up and prepare you for the future. That's very simple. I had lovely friends named Gary and Jean. They were like second parents to me. They passed away. God bless them. But, hanging out with them really opened up my eyes to what the world was really about and what the future holds for me. So rest in peace to you guys. I appreciate all the knowledge that you dropped on me. But I'm spreading your word to other people. Hang out with wiser people. Build your credit. This is a main one that I don't know why you guys just don't get. You need to pay off your credit cards. You need to pay off your loans. If you don't do that on time, or if you're just paying off the interest every month, then you're not helping yourself. Having a great credit can open so many doors. To get the new vehicle that you need to get you to work, to get you into an apartment. How I started was I used my credit card. I paid off big things. I paid it with the credit card, and then I paid off the credit card right away. Just pay off your credit card, show that you're responsible, and your credit limit can go from $1,000 to $15,000, which can allow you to invest in a business or inventory or a patent. That's exactly how I did it. I had a credit card in college. I was very responsible. My limit went from $1,000 to many thousands of dollars. I'm not going to share exactly what my limit was, but there was never a time that anybody would look at me from the age of 18 all the way to 28 and say, that dude is broke. That's because I had a credit card. It allowed me to make certain moves, leverage the credit card to buy a bottle in a VIP at a club that I couldn't afford. But why? Because I could get next to a famous rapper or a famous manager because I bought that bottle. I bought my seat in order to speak to someone who's very important because I made use of my time in the VIP at the club. I didn't just buy the bottle so, hey, popping bottles and getting drunk. I bought the bottle because there was a move that I was making. And you always knew Josh was in the VIP. You always knew that I was hanging out with the right people. And it was all just a strategy. It wasn't because I wanted to be that guy popping bottles and I wanted attention. Many of you guys just thought that that was what I was doing, but there's always a strategy to my game. If you're always talking to me, I'm always strategizing. Very quiet with my responses to you. I'm very limited with the words that I give you, but I'm always strategizing in my head. You know what? What are some other things? If you have a shitty job out of college, work it, man. You're just making a few dollars per hour. Go there like you're the president, you know? Don't act too cocky, but work like you're the president. Work like the job that you want at that job. I went to FAU as a minimum wage worker in the computer lab, and I worked my butt off, like to the point where I was trying to be a director or vice president, and that got noticed. Don't go there and just take your job for granted. Don't just sit back and talk with friends or colleagues at the job. Go in, do the work, because people are going to see that. You know, many of you guys think people aren't watching. People watch hard work. People can see that. So just work your job, man. Do your job. You'll get a promotion. Somebody will see you, or another place will steal you away. They'll see your talents. And the next thing is network. You know, always network. If I'm at the bar, if I'm at the gym, if I'm at anywhere, if I'm talking to you, I'm downloading information of how I can help you and how you can help me in return. How can I help you without asking you for too much in return? And that's been very helpful throughout my life. One quick story, I worked at Governor's Inn in Tallahassee, $4 per hour as a bellman. And that was an awesome job. It was fun. I got to be a bartender many of the nights during the FSU games. What I ended up doing was anyone that would come to the bar, I would get to know them, you know, pour their drinks, get to know them. There was a guy, I'm not going to mention his name. He was a vice president of a company, and he came there with his wife on their anniversary, and it didn't seem like, you know, they were really talking that whole night. So I knew what my job was. My job was to make them fall back in love because it was their anniversary. Let's just say I did that job, pouring drinks, telling funny stories, saying good things about both of them, saying how beautiful they look together, you know, working the room. And at the end of the day, he said, hey, Joshua, come to my office next week. I got something for you. And that's how I landed an internship at Merrill Lynch, you know. Network, man. And networking isn't just, hey, can I have your card? I'm Josh. Can I have your card? It's actually getting to know the person so that they like you and remember you. Many of you guys are mad stiff. Like, you will walk up to the person with a business card in your hand and say, here you go. Nice to meet you. Who the hell cares? You gonna give me a business card? I'm just gonna throw that shit away. If you talk to me and I meet you, or if I'm talking to somebody, I want to know who they are, you know? Make an impression. First impressions last. So for you new graduates or any parents that listen to this and want to share this with your kid who's graduating or looking for a job or looking to make the next move, it's tough, but as Gary Vee said, now's the time to take that chance and utilize all the skills you learned in college, not even the bookworm skills like Chapter 7 and an Intro to Finance where you know how to, you know, leverage currency to gain pips in the market. Not that shit. I'm talking about the skills you learned as far as time management in college, customer service if you had a job, intergroup dialogue. It's just knowing how to talk to different cultures or people or ages, or, you know, all those skills that you learn during college, the soft skills that you learn beyond the technical skills that you got a degree for, those are going to come in handy big time, because I'll tell you right now, 97% of the stuff you learn in college in the book, you'll never use again. But 100% of the stuff you learn soft skills wise, as far as time management, all the way to paying your rent, all the way to customer service, to many things that you didn't even know that you were learning, those are going to come in handy, because you'll realize, wow, I actually went through this in college, and I matured in many ways. So stop waking up at 2 p.m. and get your ass up and do something about your life. All right, Dipset. This is Joshua Esnard from the Cut Buddy. Cut Buddy, Cut Buddy, Cut Buddy. And like Andy Enriquez would say, show up for your life. All right?